All right, all right, all right. My dear brothers and sisters, today is the day in the Idele-Ero show. We are about to start the show. I have already in the house the one and only chief, a high chief in the Benin Kingdom, that is supposed to speak on today's topic. Before you are listening to a cultural display regarding Igwe festival and that is the topic of today that we have to discuss. I have a special guest in the house, and I have a supporter also who is going to speak on the topic of today, the Igwe festival and Idele-Ero. I have to introduce to you today our special guest and the supporter who are already in the house. I have to introduce my own brother, the chief himself, my own brother, the chief himself, well-known and cultural man, a producer, a cultural producer, and an anchor of many cultural events in the Benin Kingdom. Today, I bring to you the chief himself, Omo Osagie, Utetemegiabi, the Obadalabayi of Benin Kingdom. You are welcome to the program, sir. Chief, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm not.
Can you hear me, Chief? Chief, can you hear me?
My microphone is mute over there. It's not
Can you
mute
hear
here.
me? Can you hear me, Chief?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
You know, Friday.
Okay. Mr. Friday, Benamaya from Europe program. I'd like to hear from Chief
See how it goes.
Can you please introduce yourself? Chief, I can't hear you. What's going on? Mr. Benamaya, can you hear me?
Very well. I can hear you clearly, sir.
I'm waiting to hear from the chief. You need to speak to me if you can hear me or not. Chief, are you there? I think he has a problem with his device. But anyway, so our supporter today, guest supporter all the way from Europe, is our regular participator on this program, Mr. Friday Ibinoya, who also is a title holder in the kingdom, but I'm not going to mention that today. Based on this program, I will not mention his title, but as time goes on, he will come back out here. When we present him again in a different program, he will introduce himself with his title in the kingdom. But for now, I will address him as Friday Ibinoya. Can you introduce yourself to the audience, sir? Mr.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters out there, my listeners and the viewer, I'm glad to be on this very platform. I'm Ibinoya Oji Friday, I hail from the ancient city of Africa, Edo, Benin City. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's nice to have
having
you again.
this discussion with you.
We were together last week, and the program was, very successful. So I am still waiting on the Oba Idele-Ero Kingdom. My dear brother, my one and only respected chief.
Yeah, I'm here now. I can hear you.
Okay, you can
hear you now.
Okay, please fix your video well, because they can only see your head. I want to see, how to, there you go. Watch yourself on the camera, and the way you see yourself is the way you
Because of the
I want my brother Ute Tenegia B, Omo Osagi, the Oba Idele-Ero of Benin Kingdom. Please introduce yourself to the audience. Wow. Hello, sir. Chief, are you there?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I am Omo Osagi. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. I am Chief Omo Osagi Utetinegyabi, the Oba Idele-Ero of Benin.
Please, Chief, can you help me tell? I know you got guests in your house, so please reduce the background noise.
I had to move out of the room now.
Yes, please.
It's a little dark.
Okay.
I have to move out of the room now. Yeah.
When you're ready, I'm ready. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready.
So once again, I need you to introduce yourself with excitement to our viewers and listeners at home. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I am Chief Omo Osagi Utetinegyabi, the Oba Idele-Ero of Benin Kingdom. I'm an ethno-choreographer, a dancer, an anthropologist, and a cultural activist. I give God the glory that I've been on this job for 50 years now.
Hallelujah.
And, I was actually supposed to celebrate my 50th anniversary as a performing artist in May, but for the pandemic that almost destroyed the world,
Okay.
So I am here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to the show. And the second person that's going to be a backup a speaker on this on today's program is Mr. Friday Igbinowa here, who is already seated as well.
Yes.
So I will appreciate if you just go ahead and introduce yourself once again, now that the chief, who is the main and special guest speaker today, is already here. Mr. Friday Igbinowa here. Can you please introduce yourself once again to the audience?
Good evening, brothers and sisters and listeners and via all over the globe. I'm very delighted to be a part of this very program this evening. I'm Igbinowa Uji Friday. I hail from the ancient city of Benin. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kickstart the program. I'm going to begin a very quick question, and obviously, that's the reason why we're here today. We are talking about the festival in Benin Kingdom, the Igwe Festival and the Ugewe Festival. Now, this is the direct question to Chief Oba Idele-Ero of the Benin Kingdom, Omo Osagi Utetinegyabi. What is the Igwe Festival? And how did it come about?
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate you, first of all, for this great work, because the time has come. It is the age of awakening that we have to start to understand to tell our story ourselves, not what the people tell the people about us. Igwe is one of the several festivals that we have in Benin. Igwe, first of all, let us make it known that Igwe was not started by Oba Egwai I. Before Oba Egwai I made it very popular, very big, the people already celebrate God, give thanks and appreciate what God Almighty, whom we call Osanogodua, God the Almighty, Osanobua, God the Creator, Osanokondudu, Akpamagbaye, God the All-Knowing. And with the understanding that the head is a divinity, is the first divinity that was created by God, and that is why it is resting on the other parts of the body. This is how and through which we show appreciation to God. For every man that is alive, that you wake up at all in the morning is grace and an opportunity for you to do a new thing. And also an opportunity for you to give thanks and adoration to the creator of all beings. So Igwe is a very significant festival in the lives of the Benin people. It started way back in the time of Ogiso Ere. Ogiso Ere was the third Ogiso in the line. Ogiso Ere started this giving thanks. But as it were then, it was a situation of doing it at the time you feel that at this time last year, something great, something magnificent happened in my life. And that I am here again to meet the same day, same year, in the following year, I should give thanks to God. For the Ogisos and the Obas that came, they were celebrating this Igwe on the day they ascend the throne. That in one way, the Benin's were able to count how many Igwe the Oba or the Ogiso celebrated. That is what gave us the counting. That is what gave us the counting that this Ogiso spent 30 years because he celebrated 30 Igwe. This Ogiso spent 10 years because he celebrated 10 Igwe. This Oba like that. And that is how we have been with it. But when it got to the time of Oba Egwai the first, 1440 Seka, he made a little change in it. He made it very big because of his own personal travails. What he went through as Prince Ogun, what he went through. So he thought that it was also very, very important, significant in his life to make it large enough so that even God, Osanogodua, will appreciate the much he has put into it. It's like, let me make an allusion to the Bible because that's the most common, is the most common book they have all read. When King David had to celebrate, even danced almost naked, danced like no man has ever danced. It's just to show the appreciation. What Oba Egwai added to that Igwe is the Ugiewe, which is the culmination of all the festivals now. But one thing we must understand, we must get clear, is that there are several festivals in Benin that is done year in, year out. This year, 2020, His Royal Majesty of Omonoba Egwai II, Ogidigan, celebrated Ugivie. He also celebrated Ugiododua. He celebrated a lot of other festivals within, But what has now made Igwe very popular is that it has been rearranged by Oba Akenzwa II to fall within the end of the year period, so that both the Christians, the Muslims, the African traditionalists, they will all can be part of the ceremony. And that is why it has, even as it is now, that it comes at the end of the year, there are still other festivals that are celebrated, but the Igwe, everybody seems to be calling it Igwe has come, Igwe has come. Again, December in Benin is called Ukigwe, the Igwe month. Just like January, Ukiagwe, the Agwe month. You know, there are two separate festivals. During this Ukigwe, December period, when His Royal Majesty starts his festival, you will see on the program, there is Ugemobo, there is Ugeroba, there is Otuegwoba, there is Otueg Ugeroba, and all these are different festivals which can be done at any time. It could decide to do the Ugeroba in April and do the Ugemobo in June, July, then come to do Igwe in December. You know, these are annual festivals that can be done and must be done annually. So making everything, put everything together for December is just a way to get the participation of almost everyone to it. That is Igwe as it is. Thank you very much.
Wow. That is an in-depth explanation of the meaning of Igwe festival to the Benin Kingdom. Significantly, you all can testify that it didn't just come about like that. The Igwe has a meaning in Benin Kingdom, and that's why I've been curious, and many people may have been curious also to know why and what is Igwe Festival, what is the significance of it, and that's the reason why I brought somebody, a very knowledgeable person in the culture, in the Benin custom, in the Benin tradition, to explain it to us today. And again, I have a backup also, which I'm going to be bringing in just a minute to also speak about the Igwe Festival. He is a cultural dancer, he is a choreographer, he is an anchor of any Benin cultural event. Utetenegiabi Omo Osagi is a well-known artist in Benin. I am a member of the group, the PIMA, PIMA, Performing Musician, Edo State Chapter. I have known Omo Osagi for so many, many years, and I admire him, and I know a lot of people also admire him. He has promoted the cultural heritage of now. Like he said, he was supposed to be celebrated. You can't believe. Looking at him, he looked young, but he is supposed to be celebrating 15 years anniversary in the industry. So that alone will tell you that he is very, very vast in what we are talking about. Before I bring it back in again, I'm going to quickly ask my brother to say something in support of what the chief had just said. Mr. Friday Igbinoma here, all the way from Europe, is here seated. Do you have something, an addendum to add to what our special guest today, Omo Osagi Utetenegiabi, the Obadalamoyi of Benin Kingdom? Can you say something about the Igwe Festival? We have a lot to discuss. The topic is wide. I know we have a lot to say about it. We may not have enough time to finish all today, but there's always other time to come. Now we have Igwe Festival and Ugewe. So we are just dealing with the Igwe part right now. So Mr. Igbinoma, what do you have to say?
Thank you, brother.
Hello.
Thank you, brother. First of all, I think who respect is due has to be given. I want to especially recognize my very, very good brother, Mo Saige Utukenagabi, the Oba Dalagbanji of Benin. Uratokbe. Okavinatokbe.
What's it? I mean, about Tokbe.
Goyo.
Thank you so much.
You have said everything which we know about the Igwe, the origin and how it is celebrated. But there's an area which I'm of little concern. That is the language we are using today. I think the people my mind tells me we should be talking to is our brother Ununozedo, that are trying to deviate from what God has given to us, to our forefather, as a way of uniting the people. Igwe, when a Benin man hears that, it's a kind of a reawakening. It gives hope. Or maybe it has gone through a lot of problems. Now, by the time the Igwe festival they arrive, it's like they have summoned all the problems for that year, that a new beginning has arrived, a new dawn. I think Igwe festival looks like a new dawn to the Benin man. And I will be very grateful if we can change the language. I know that we are not speaking to only Benin persons in this very platform, but this is our. I don't know how much we are going to convince the people with a white skin or our brother that wear robe to follow us or join us in this very Igwe festival. Most of our brothers, the Benis that are veering away from this very Igwe festival, who sees this as a taboo, I think we should talk to them. They should hear our language. They should hear our voice. That is a part of a gift we have from the Creator. Thank you very much.
I agree with you.
God bless you, Mr. Ibinawa here. If you are just joining us, you are listening to the Jobran Idele-Ero show, happening live on Facebook and streaming elsewhere on YouTube. Please join the discussion. You are very free. I'm going to open up the line in any moment from now so that you can give us a call and ask questions. Ask the chief himself question, ask Mr. Ibinoya question. You can ask me as well. But I know that people who know well about the topic are those that you are listening to at the moment. Chief Utete Negiabi is right here. He's not going anywhere. I appreciate your coming to on this on this very special topic. Once again, it looks like there are some background noise coming from your side. If you don't mind, please help me then to kind of.
I'm just trying to look for. I'm just trying to look for light. It's only within the room now because of generator. We are in Nigeria.
They can help us out. They can help us out a little bit by reducing the background noise, so they can hear and understand you and everybody speaking, because it's interfering. Anyway, but as I was saying, the chief spoke very well about the origin of the Igwe festival. For those who don't know, now you know, and you have a lot to learn from today's program. That's the reason why it is very important that when this program is out there, Jobran Idele-Ero is coming up with different programs that you need to, have knowledge about. If you were ignorant, this program is here to educate you, to put you through. That's the reason why I have to seek the audience of my beloved brother, Omo Osagi Utete Negiabi, the Obadalagbanji of Benin. He has spoken well. I was going to ask a question. He already spoke about that. I have it written down that when the Igwe festival started, was it the Ogiso dynasty and all that? He already answered that part of the question. So now he needs to tell us about the importance of the Igwe festival to Benin. Why is it that now people people no longer have that excitement that they used to have. So regarding Igwe Festival, you know, because I remember when we were young, when the Igwe Festival, we prepare for, actually it's a yearly activity in Benin Kingdom, you know, that where people are invited from all over the world to participate, you know. That means there will be a beehive of activities going on during that period. So, and everybody, when I was young, when we were all young, we were excited, oh, the Igwe Festival is coming. You know, we prepare. So basically, that excitement seems to be kind of diminishing. You know, I don't know whether to attribute that to the embracement of Christianity by our people or something. But again, culture, I believe, I'm a Christian, but people mistake culture. They mistake custom, you know, like to idol worshiping. It is not true. So I know that for a fact. I know the chief can as well speak on that. So Chief Amo Osagi, yes. I'm going to bring a song regarding Ugewe, you know, a little later. I played to the audience at the beginning of this program, the Igwe Festival, how it is done. I'm still going to play it again before we finish. So I have the Ugewe choreography that I will bring just a little later. Now, Chief Amo Osagi, what's the significance of this Igwe Festival, and why is it that we are no longer having that that euphoria, you know, of Igwe Festival that we used to have back in the days? Let me just say, maybe in the 70s, in the 80s, but since the 90s, this seems to be, changing. What is going on? Amo Osagi.
Thank you very much, my brother. You see, the problem with us as a race, Black people, is in every aspect of life, we appreciate the other man's thing more than our own. That is why the Beninese have this adage, no nyakma otie osome, no manyai oya heku. You that have it, that owns it, you disregard it, you discountenance it, you disrespect it. So the passerby will just take it as rag. That is the problem with us. Religiosity is a big problem that we are having. Now, let us take it like this. Even when the white man came with his religion of Christianity and Islam, they didn't disrespect our culture. They never asked us not to do our traditional things. What they said and that they were against was the human sacrifice, which they even did more by taking everybody down to the Newfoundland, which is America.
New World.
And
America.
Yes, they called it the Newfoundland. Yeah. It used to be called the Newfoundland. That's the United States today, where we have to use our own people, our labor, to build a place. They now call it slavery. Now, our people, when they started becoming bishops, imagine Bishop Ajayi Crowther. Bishop Ajayi Crowther was the first Yoruba man, the first African to translate the Bible into Yoruba language. There, he abused all the traditional deities and divinities of Africa, particularly as it concerns the Yoruba race. Today, there is a group that is fighting, earnestly fighting, that Eshu is not Satan. It's gathering momentum for people to understand that the Satan in the Bible is Lucifer. It's not Eshu here. Eshu here is a divinity of his own that takes care of what God asked him to do. So somebody like Bishop Ajayi Crowther misrepresented it. And we have also had a lot of our people who will tell us that, well, when we were growing up, no matter what it is, even in the market then, you see somebody coming, and you just be putting Orwe on everybody. You don't even know why the person is pasting the Orwe, the white chalk on your forehead, on your body. But because it is our culture that you cannot refuse blessings, whoever refuses the touch of Orwe has refused blessings. So it is with a Bewe. Whoever refused to take it has refused blessings. They has denounced prosperity. But their religiosity, their pretentious religiosity, they don't even know what they are doing. That you are a Christian. Before you became a Christian, you were already a Benin man. Before you became a Christian, you were already a Benin man. So like I tell people, I am not a Nigerian. I was born before Nigeria got independence. So I am a Benin man. But I was not born before Benin was here. I'm a Benin man. So I can disclaim Nigeria if they decide to destroy it. Okay, but nobody can destroy Benin. I am a Benin man. By birth and inclination, everything. So it is the pretentious religiosity of our people. What you are not, that you pretend to be, is what is destroying them, not us. Because whether they believe it or not, His Royal Majesty that sits on the throne as the political, social, and welfarist head of the Benin nation must celebrate. We celebrate all the festivals. So whether you in your home, you decide to discountenance blessings, prosperity, goodwill, favor, mercy, is your own headache. But when the Oba does it, it is for all of us who key into the Oba's project, and we will get it. So I think in all of this, the truth of the matter is the pretentious religiosity. Pretentious, I'm very, very particular with that word. Pretentious religiosity. We are just pretending. Yet we say we are everything. We will sit down here in our home and be shouting. How much effort are you putting into re-establishing the import of those words that were created by our forefathers? We are losing it because of pretentious religiosity. What do we say?
Pretentious religiosity. Oh my God. That's a new word for today. You know, everybody should learn from that. That's why I say, look, this program is very informative. The Idele-Ero show is what you are listening to. And you just heard the voice of the one and only chief, Omo Osagi Uteti Negiabi, the Obadolagun Yobini. Pretentious religiosity. Look, now we all know, going back to our discussion now, we all know that the Igwe festival has a very, very, very meaningful, ideology from the palace. First of all, we believe that it brings peace. It's a period of peace, almsgiving, just like in the Bible, like that, you know. During the Igwe festival, you know, we believe that the peace, if there has been any rancor, any issue, any turmoil going on, but the Igwe festival, you know, brings peace. Everywhere is peace. Uge Igwe festival, once it is taking place, no other activities go on in Benin Kingdom. We have respect for Igwe festival is because of the way the way it is, the respect that the Benin people accord to Igwe festival is because of the meaning of it. Because of the meaning of it. So it means a lot. It brings peace, you know, to the land and all that stuff. So it's not just something we celebrate. Like I said earlier, people think celebrating Igwe festival and Ewe is now they now kind of translate it to be idolatry, you know what I mean? Idol worshiping. It is not true. That is not true. We need to continue to respect our culture, you know, and that's the reason why I'm the promoter of the culture of our cultural heritage today to speak on the matter. So if you are out there listening, please take note. I will take a pen. I already have mine here. I have a pen and paper that I'm putting down points from our special guest today, guest speaker, Omo Osagi Utetenegabi, Dioba Dalagman of Benin. He is vast in the program, in the topic, and that's the reason why he's here talking about it. And I have a backup, like I said, Mr. Friday Gunawaya is also there. You will also be hearing his voice. In about 2 minutes, I will bring you a choreographic display of the Ewere, because now I don't want us to try deliberate too much on the Igwe alone, because Igwe and Ewere goes together in Benin Kingdom. I'm going to speak about the Ewere as well. I know, like I said earlier, the topic is very wide. So,
Dr. Brown, I don't know if I can have an opportunity to say, I don't know if I can have an opportunity to say a very few things from what my chief has just spoken about.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Gnawaya.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. But it looks like you have a problem with your audio.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Gunawa here. We can hear you.
Like what I suggested before, that I would prefer the language for this very discussion to be the native language, Edo language. And I want to beg your indulgence and the chief to permit me to use Edo language for just 2 or 3 minutes. The question you asked was that it's not as popular the way it was in the past, while we were young. Why? Igwe, when Okave, Omo Osagi Utetenegabi Yageba, Ebo, Unwoma, Ayakome, Unwa Supu, Unwime Bonamuboma, Edive Jayive, Unwa Evia Bonamuboma.
Oh, yes.
Emma, nowhere. Iya Unwa Supune, Emma Onia Punya. Egbiyan ya si digen. Egbiyan ya si digen. O kate na ro. Egon di amana deba mawe. Ma me na finya e. Be mani vieto eno sa ba ya wema na hina. Ebobu na gabo te Nigeria ni. Bet edo wa le bopa gedegbe. No lele ma kemire. Ogun no gba eya. Ogun eni edo, ebedo. Ishango, ebedo. Onro mila. Ebedo. Ajelala, ebedo. Evini manedo me osagbaje ma wo sakoko gbaro. Upa egba ma egbohun ma awuhun. Ohun no gun yen ige bonamu gbowano. Ewe no he kerwe amuhela. De way of your day ore Bible ni awe ya rihian na na ona ya fie agbon were now. Ore Bible ni we eke ni ari ajo ni alele uyi oge woni obey the law of the land. Enoga igwe na emi ne kwe gbon wa But a woman then na no she na we azedo. Iya dege mani gele zedo. Vena ya zo. Iya do aga je na obo. Vena ọmọ no je we na ge gbangbe na bevo. Ru do se na igbe na re yan keke na ya do level yi. Iya wa we ona be ave ni wan son koko wa pa kia. Huh? We inwe na ne awo mani ale na abe obo nya kana inwe na obo ga anwe na be gene de abe pastor mi obo inwe na ne inwe no pa ya inwe na igwe ebo na be ri egbele yi ekeni mariri aje no omo na ama opotu eti ege no ya gwo won supo we no we na egekwe mo on ewo ni die bae
we say kabo. God bless you. I'm going to go back to Omo Osage Utete Negiabi in fact to respond if you have anything to say. You please, sir. The audience, I've seen somebody from the audience wrote on the chat line that it would have been better for us to speak Edo language. But again, we can mix it up, for the benefit of those who do not understand Edo language. But if you wish to explain deeper, about the topic, you are very free, sir, to speak Edo language. Any of you, either Mr. Binoma or yourself, go ahead and do whatever you choose. It's your program. I did this purposely for you to explain, to teach our people the meaning of Igwe and Ugewe festival. If they don't know today, they need to know and then change their orientation towards the way they feel about Igwe. With your explanation, I think they can be educated. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate Mr. Binoma here for asking and advising that we speak Benin. But let me just say, this last Igwe, which we did on the 20th, an Urobo man came to me that he watched on one of these social network programs when somebody interviewed me and I talked about Igwe, that he now feels that Igwe is not a Benin man's program.
Hello.
That every human being living on earth who appreciates his head should do it. But he now said he cannot buy goat as I am buying. I said, look, I am using goat because of my title. But he can use Oromeo, Ginifao, Ijoko, hen, or whatever. And he went home. I gave him the list of what to buy. He begged, after I did my own as the chief, I did my own in the afternoon at about 3 o'clock. Then later at about 8 o'clock, I went to his place to organize them on how to do it. While I was directing them on how to take the prayers, one man there, Anisha man, said, hey, if he had known, he would have also done it. Now look at everything now. There is no juju here they are killing these things for. This one, that one, and all that stuff. And I now told him, yes, Igwedo here is on the 20th, but you can still do it after that day. What is that you must not do it before the Oba will do his own. Oba Uyedo, Oba Unhuagbon, Oba Adesagbon, Oba Odolagbonji. The Oba is the pathfinder, is the pathway, is the beginning, is the center, and is the end of the Benin nation. So not until he has done his own, we cannot do our own. The reason places like Uronigbe will do their own, there is a reason for that. It is not the Uronigbe people that do it before the Oba, but Olokunuronigbe. that does the Igwe before that one, before the Oba. So we must understand the history, the historical antecedents of why the Uronigbe people we celebrate Igwe almost a whole month before the Oba. It's not the Uronigbe people as a people, but Olokunu Uronigbe. And that is why they do the Ekaba festival. So now to also make an addendum, Igwe is the unity of the Benin nation. Igwe is the peace of the Benin nation. Igwe is the forwardness of the Benin nation. Aga tomu, aga ma, aga mwa, aga hinsi, no gwe, no guonwe, ori ekmome no sa, okmome se, eawe over here. So, yes, if anyone decides not to be part of it, Usanwe Pikoro is his own. But I want to advise every Benin man, if you know you have a head, because once the head is off the body is useless. If it is possible that if you don't have a hand and the whole body is useless, have a agwobo. But there is a festival we call Ikega. The festival of celebrating your hand, your arm. Obog beninoma, obog besinoma. For a hunter, or where redago gele, or where no mag beni redago, no redago ko. And a hunter that has not killed an elephant, don't go and boast that I'm a hunter. A hunter that has not killed a tiger, don't boast. A hunter that has not killed what they call a sioha.
Pig.
Yes.
Pig.
Good. The sioha.
It's a good idea.
The pig.
The
pig.
The sioha. You don't boast if you have not achieved this feat. So redago gele. Ohue no magbeni redago. Do not be boastful as a hunter if you have not killed an elephant. So a man that has used his hand to achieve, we celebrate Ikega. If you know your hands have done something for you, please celebrate Ikega. Ikegobo, Wogbe oro Ikega, Womu oro Ikega, Wohe oro Ikega. It is part of our traditional festivals. But it is not for everybody. A man that has not been able to build a house, that has not been able to pay school fees, should not celebrate Ikega.
No.
That is why a lot of us, we are not doing it yet. You know? So please, it is for us to, get to be doing this. Our way is our festival, is our life. It is the nation. It is what makes it unique.
Okay.
Hey, Baba.
Okay, I talk by.
It's where I mean.
Domo. Oh, ekenimeo nije mukpa iriwo. Ave ununozedo woje. Nigi fie kegbe una gwena. Wakaya tie ni were gbe re ni adodo bama we na je level. Maika tiabo timane akemi oge mewe bi gba o mi mewo makan omo re wo ogwo ni mi ka do ti no do de ba mi awe. Wakaya we ba ni.
We so teme. Mami Magari location shooting a film a while ago, a few weeks back. One little girl came to me. Domo Daddy, La Jesu. I had to call her back. From what family? What family? So I can give you the praise chants of every family. At the time you say, Domo Lagiesan, Uti Beni, Obionyanu Zebu, Riekaranog Zebu, will give you the chance. Davieze, obviously, Luponubagwe, Lamogun, we mogunza, Obioge no Nyatonya Hum, Obino when a degbe, no when a degbe. You know, so now that you are greeting La Jesu, how do I give you the family praise chants? Or where because they are Christians. Is it that kind of a person now? Is it that kind of a person now? Say, come. For such a person, now you will want to even ask, there's so much to this. May we not go extinct. There is so much to this. Somebody asked me some time ago, he said, why is it that Ehimiegbe no longer deal with these promiscuous wives? You marry a wife, you go to registry, you go to the church. Do you take that wife to Awa Imiwa?
Yajulame.
What is the ulame now? Averame odede. Ni nyagbon, ni toy ni pe. No jokwo ni, no kwo guy, no be u no kwo. Okwo ni die idoriye mawa. Wasinye me, omo ya no ro eko wa die bio ye egbe na runda omo ofun gbe. Then oga uko such a girl ona ya utale tale. Emi o wa sie ya do no he.
Oh, you know eh.
I will know you know nwoto. I don't know him. Egene de okwo ga oga heke na tie bono da fon e o ma to asenfo ano pabare ra no guyo o iso wa no ka mo da fon e ona we do you nu ba e o debije ko wa okwo ga debije ko wa a o dewe gbo wa egberi no e ebi no sunu.
Wow. My dear brother Chief, almost I give to Tenegabi. Wesley, thank you so much. I'm going to kind of cut it short. Like I said before, please, I want to appeal to you. I know you have a very tight schedule. You got a lot of activities, going on based on who you are. I will want to request again for another time for you to appear, because like I said, this topic is very wide. If we're going to speak on it, we can be here for hours, and you are still talking, because you have a very, very broad knowledge about the culture, of Benin Kingdom. So I'm going to kind of be cutting you short a little bit. Please don't get offended with that, but because I'm going to bring you in. If you don't mind, if you agree to that, I will schedule another show that you will come back and explain more in more detail of
I think
heritage, why we should raise it, why we should teach our children, why we ourselves should continue, to abide by our cultural heritage.
Exactly.
With us, our culture as well.
I will appreciate coming. I will appreciate coming another day, because of my schedule. They are already on me.
Yes, I will find out and get you at that time, because this program comes on every Wednesday and Saturday. Regardless of where I am, I could be in London, I will still broadcast.
Of course.
I could be in Nigeria, I can still broadcast from there. So it's always on. And by the grace of God, I will schedule again another time for you, somebody like you to also come and talk more about our cultural heritage. Before we continue, I'm going to take a short break, bring you a cultural, choreographic a dance of Ugewe Festival. So that's what you're going to just watch for. I'll bring a clip of it for just a little bit for the audience to see the Ugewe. And I know it was explained historically on that dance, the choreographic dance of Ugiewere. Please, if you don't mind, give me just about 3 minutes. Let me play that clip, and then I will come back to, also talk about the Ugiewere, because we are talking about Igwe Festival and Ewe Festival. So please stay tuned. Don't go away. The program continues with Omo Osagi Utete Negiabi, the Obadalagboyi of Benin Kingdom, and Mr. Friday Igbino here all the way from Europe. Take a listen to this music and the dance. Okay, I think that's the much I will bring to you on that music. It was a good one, and you just heard the voice of the chief himself. I didn't want to mention that I was bringing his own cultural dance at the beginning. I know I was going to shock him and everybody else that that was the chief himself, performing the Ugiewere and explaining. Actually, I just didn't want to waste much time on it, because the dance itself and the music is a self-explanatory, historical explanation of the meaning of Ugiewere, and that was led by Omo Osagi Utetine Giabi, the Obadalakmoyi of Benin. You see, I told you, he knows so much about the Benin culture, about the cultural heritage. So he is the best person. I mean, and I'm not saying that others don't know, but I know that he knows about it. Just imagine, look at what you just saw on the clip, on the video. He has explained the meaning, the historical meaning of Ugiewere. Chief, can you please tell us something about Ewe, Ugewe.
What's it? Ewe. There is Ewe the leaf and Ewe the queen. I want us as a people, as a nation, to begin to understand, to begin to know these things. That is why in every album I make out, I pick a particular story. The next one is, of course, going to be on Emotan, the myth, and Emotan, Nokaweki. Now on Ewe, Omonoba Ewa Nokao, Ogidigan, Iknabo Burunoboduma. When he was yet a prince, first of all, Oba Onhen, the father of the 4 princes who became Oba at different times. Before Oba Onhen became an ancestor, he made the Edion in council to promise that each of these 4 sons will ascend the throne. Egbeka, Orobiru, Ogun, and Iuge. When Egbeka ascended the throne after his father, there was a coup against the prince who now has ascended the throne, that he was too harsh. He would be like his father. He would destroy everyone. That he was going to avenge the assassination of his father. So they quickly also killed him. And then it was the turn of Orobiru. But again, if you are a student on the path, a mystic student, you will get to understand that things just don't happen because they must happen. Isamame or isanozebuhe. So, because there has been a promise between man and the gods that these 4 princes must ascend the throne. That is why it happened in that manner. Now, Obiru came. They said he was a weakling. Just as we are today as a people. When it is raining, the rain is too much. It's too much. Now the sun will come. That is the nature of man. And then Prince Ogun and Iruge had to run away, not understanding what the Edion wanted. The first one, they said it was too harsh. The second one, they said it was a weakling. They ran away. But again, as a student on the path, you will get to understand that if they had not run away that time, and Iruge had not come from behind to become Oba Wefiokun, there is no way that title would have reached him, because Ogun was destined to be great. Emi here aya gioba segbewai. Emi here fair aya gioba segbewai. And I tell everyone, if there is any miracle in the Bible, bring it out, and I will tell you which of the Oba of Benin performed that same miracle in his own time. Henguda rode in a chariot away. The son of Esige, Oba Orogboa, walked on the sea. Esige walked with tigers along the road. Not to talk of Egwai Ogidigan, why he was called Ogidigan, the greatest of them all. Ogidigan, the greatest of them all. Now, when they were in the forest, Prince Ogun and Prince Iuge.
Okay. Mm.
Ogun now said, look, it appears we are no longer hearing signs of tribulations in Benin. But as the gods have arranged it, the 4 princes must ascend the throne. It is not man-made. When Iuge entered Benin, they saw him, captured him. Probably out of fear. When they asked him where his brother was, he said his brother had been killed by wild animals. Or out of greed, that he wanted to ascend the throne. And he said his elder brother had been killed by wild animals. So, thank God we have one of it. That is where it came from. Yes. Only a prince sired by the Oba on the throne can become an Oba. Oba here or Oba. Oko no kwa or Oba. So
thank you so much. Again, because of time, I know you have look at the thing, the way he says it. It looks like he was there, present. That is history. It looks like he was present. I'm sitting down here, with my eyes folded, listening to him attentively. It looks like he was right there when all these things took place. The chief, you are too much. I appreciate your time today. Mr. Ignoya, 1 minute. Say something about it before I open the line real quick for the audience to call if they have anything to say or to add to what is going on here. Okay, Mr. Ignoya, you got the floor.
Autonomous Wayafe Wasolugbe. Madiave Upunane Upunode Madiawe no sona. Le Ogwange Okame Osagi Omautote the Oba de la Bonyi Oredo Yafe. Imeye no view school class. Because do where Otari Uji Wupo Ekinola Eji Ogeife. Okame. Waka bo miegenobu noya tokana mama. Nagmene yoto. Because edo me week pataki. Nedo yawedo. Because even edo sabo ya wijedo adiagbon. Oma yawe mo ewobi. Medege we ojeve ejolosi origba ese uwe. Enala wo ka aboje me iya Dr. Dele Brown. Now we be as chairman na vega ya fe. Kege no ya tieme ya finiwe. Especially eduzo anekrenia na iruwa ijimuna. De no package Wednesday irimuna. Iye do kini ya yo tagbon. No saba no ye obegwe no magia egbera me buto me no ogunyanro.
He said, okay, thank you so much, Mr. Agunoma here. Now I'm going to open up the phone line for everybody, so please give us a call. The number, I'm going to put it on your screen right now. The number to call is 214-229-7475. Again, it is 214-229-7475. But if you are calling from outside of the United States and Canada, you have to add +1 or 00 in front of the number. 001-214-229-7475 or +1 214-229-7475. That's the WhatsApp number that you need to call right now. And then let's hear your own voice. Let's hear your opinion about the topic of the day, the Igwe Festival and Ugewe in Benin Kingdom. You have been listening to the Jobran Idele-Ero show, featuring our special guest, a speaker today, Oma Osagi Utetenegia B, the Oba Dolagmoyi of Benin Kingdom, as well as our friend, a backup a speaker today, all the way from Europe, Mr. Friday Ibinowaya. Now, the audience, you have the floor. Please give us a call, 214-229-7475. You are listening to the voice of Jobran Idele-Ero, broadcasting from Dallas, Texas, on Facebook Live and transmitting on YouTube. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Give us a call now. We are expecting your call. Thank you.
Let me just quickly make an appeal.
Okay.
You know, like I told you earlier, I will just take a few calls if they can just be quick now, so that I will have to leave. The family is already meeting. We lost somebody very, very close to me yesterday.
Okay, Chief. Well, that's fine. Now, even if they have to, if they don't have, I mean, they are unable to call, they can as well leave us message on the message box and leave whatever question they have to ask, which I will relate to you for an answer.
Yes.
But then again, like I said, since you have promised to reappear on the show
anytime, just give me 24 hours.
Good. I will try and reschedule again for another time, so that I will not take too much of your time today, so you can go ahead and attend to whatever you got to do. I'm going to run it up now. I'm going to run up the show by asking you to give us, just your last word, summarize what you got to tell the people, what they got to know about the culture, why they have to embrace the culture.
Well, see, there is this African that said, I am black and I am proud. For he who is not proud of his color is not fit to live.
It's not fit to live.
I am a Benin man. Even my brother, God rest his soul, the late Archbishop Benson Andrew Idahosa, he said, before I became a Christian, I was already a Benin man. So I cannot see, even his children till today, they greet like Gesan. They greet like Gesan. So he may not have been the one who brought Pentecostal Christianity to Nigeria or to Benin, but he made it strong and popular. He never deviated from the family values. He never. So I just want to appeal to us as a people. If you are a multi-billionaire in America, in Canada, in the West Indies, in Europe, you become the president, the vice president, and anything you become there, you will still be seen by some other people as an immigrant. Edu, or where woman.
Yes.
Woman. For anyone that is not proud of his culture, is not proud of his God. Edo biomo onaware osamakon. God is not a fool. God is not an idiot. To have made me a Benin man, and the other person an Urobo man, and the other person a German, and the other, God is not a fool. There is a reason and a purpose for everything. Even in the Bible, or where there is a time and season for everything. A time to plant and a time to reap. A time to be born and a time to die. So that I am a Benin man, there is a reason and a purpose. God's purpose for it. If God has also arranged all this as our tradition and culture, why should I throw it away? For any man who throws away his culture is not fit to live. So I want to indulge my people, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your status, please know that before you became anything that you are, you are a Benin man. You must follow the dictates and the cultural norms and values of the Benin nation. And you will see that everything, according to Ibiakani Radio, everything is going tiriri werere. Let us follow up.
Where's the chief? Where's the cabo? Before I bring it on my own. Joseph, Amen.
Oh, yes.
Anywhere, oh yes. London, Nigeria.
Anywhere. Anywhere. Yes.
So, me was give my friend, my own good friend, a musician. We were former DJs back in the day. On one of my visits to Belgium, I'm with Bible and I want to do here. But I said, a dog, and I'm with Bible. A dog, where he read Bible. Or yeah, do you have read Bible?
Multi,
I always go ahead, sir.
If your boss to do your thing, where a borene, don't me even in my women, my hair, Bible. Now let us look at one thing. When did Israel become a nation?
1948.
In the 1940s. In the 1940s.
1948, precisely 1948, after the Second World War.
Yes.
Yes, Israel became a nation. So, which Israel is mentioned in the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How can you talk of Egypt as in the Bible times? There were already the pyramids.
Exactly.
The pyramids in Egypt are as old as Egypt itself. Why are those significant places of Egypt not mentioned in the Bible when they mentioned Egypt?
What we tell so boy, no that way I Bible where now we sacrifice. They know we are going to bring this program to a close, just to give time to our respected chief to attend to other matters. Besides, your last word, sir.
Yeah, oteme iviedo ya fe norota gbon kan wayaje atemu norota donu ya fe ogwugwa wa yikan na gbe wa yikan na mu nala wuwu yonpa ni ya ewu mana na zena ojo no hia wa gima we de gbe azo na taisi omo no oviedo no azedo we ne ko ariere yon because omo no zewobe even uzoso umana hon wedimi even na ya kale wo he ogugbe ni won azewobe udoge mi ne ogugbe o ka bojo magun ana hemi na ka ala gugu elele ya fe no sa boya we manedo ni ma ya se iwi ma wota gbona ya fe ni ma fe fo a ne re we do aji ma mi wu ewe ni wa ya fe wa bere venere kai ma we ja upona ne upono de ma we ja we no so na oba atope
he said why say thank you so much the chief himself. I'm going to call you very soon, again to reappear for more detailed explanation about
anytime at all.
Yes, I cannot thank you guys enough for your appearance. You are the
thank you.
My wing. You are the wing beneath my wing. Without you guys, this program is not. So I always depend on you. And do not forget, I always tell you, be your brother's keeper. so that we can make the society a better place to live in this world. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time on another edition of the Jobran Idele-Ero Show. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Mama, papi, I said, not okay.